Switch over. Turn up the volume. We are live, live, live. We are live. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Let me just say hello before I start. Let's go. Let's start recording. Okay, another episode of the things I wish I knew about money. I'm your host, Kamille Smith, and we are now on episode 60. My gosh, just for that, you know I have to pull up the, yes, wow, 60 episodes. That is outrageous, but inspiring and all of that great stuff. Before we start, how was my week? My week, I finally finished decluttering. So, and when I mean finally finished decluttering, the task is finally my office space is actually in a space where I feel more relieved. The day after I actually finished cleaning up and everything, I woke up with like, just with a breath of fresh air. Like I actually was really, really dreading finishing this, and everyone that knows or heard about me finishing this knew how frustrating it was to me. So whoever was there rooting me on, thank you. You know who you are, so thank you. Also, let's see, episode 60. I just basically wanted to discuss about, I know with our first episode of the year, we talked about being Black millionaires. And I feel like, I'm on my way to become that. I don't have all income streams like Andre does, but I do have a few income streams, so I can work my way through that. But there are certain aspects that you have to set into play before you're able to become a millionaire. And obviously we know that Andre has his Smith wealth formula, so he's able to work all those things out. But I have a way of thinking of, you have to set goals, and you also have to know the way of becoming a millionaire, or becoming a multimillionaire, or even a billionaire. And there's certain things I want to share with you guys today, ladies and gentlemen, that is. First, I want to talk about books that I have read, or books that I'm reading, or just other resources that I take a look at to put me into that mindset of like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to be a millionaire. It's going to be amazing and all that great stuff. So I have some books beside me that I just want you guys to take a look at. Hopefully, I see how the lighting look nice and everything. So it's able to show a crisp look. I'm hoping the glare of the books don't, hit. So one book, and first of all, I'm going to share books that are for Canadians and books that are for Americans, or for both. But if you guys remember, the reason for this podcast is also to cater to Canadians, because there are great YouTube channels or IG channels that, just discuss about personal finance, but more times they're talking about like the 401k, the Roth. And most times us Canadians are like, what in the world is all that? And that's just basically the RSP, or the tax-free savings. So I just want you, everyone, to realize that I'm trying to cater to the Canadians first and then reach out to the Americans. But these books are so diverse that it will relate to both people, both Canadians and Americans, that is. So bear with me, because I'm just trying to, figure things out. Okay, so the first, actually, I'll go with this one. First one is Debt Free Forever. Oh, you guys can see it. Yes. So this is from Gail. I'm just gonna say people's first names. If you guys remember Debt Do Us Part, she was that series was so amazing. So this is just one book that actually just discusses how to take control of your money and your life. And I know when it comes to having debt, it's very, if you remember, one of my main goals were to be debt free. So I was debt free. I was. However, I did, beginning of the year, there's always those business expenses that I don't forget, because I always get a reminder, but I haven't yet paid them off. So yes, I have a little debt, but they're business expenses. So I know I'll be able to get rid of them just now. So this is one book. I think this is ideal for many people that are in debt and they're wondering, oh my gosh, I just don't know how to do it. Read this book. It's really good. It's very easy to read. And there's only less than 300 pages. I'm sorry. This was actually a really good read for me. So I would definitely recommend this. All right. There's also another one. Finding the G Spot. Get your mind out the gutter, folks. It's actually the G Spot is talking about finance. So it's a sassy, sensible entertainment approach to finance. So this is by Jean Killins. I could say her name, so it was easy to say. And this is just giving you steps on what to do on becoming financially free, and just also thinking about, like, because we want to be financially free. So there are steps into doing this. So she talks about mortgage, she talks about budget. You guys don't like that word. Debt again, and just how to navigate in life. So I would recommend this one. This was an easy read too, and it was fun. I remember reading this a couple years ago, and I would read it while I'm at the gym and stuff. So, and then another one is Broke Millennial, and this is from Erin Lowry. I actually met her in person. I've read her book and I've listened to the audiobook, and it's a really good, easy book to read or to listen to. And it's just basically stop scraping by and get your financial life together. So this one also is just an easy financial advice. So if you don't like, listening to the podcast, I don't know why you wouldn't like listening to the podcast, because you're here listening or watching. So welcome. This is actually a good read. And she has another one about investing. However, I would suggest people that aren't familiar with getting their finances together, read this one first, or listen and then go to this. So this one's a little different. Okay, it's not really like finances, personal finance, but it's the power of habit. So granted, I don't think I've finished reading it yet. I will be finishing it soon because I'm going to be having someone on that's going to discuss about this. And this is just The Power of Habit by Charles. Yeah, see, I'm just going to say Charles. He discussed just why we do what we do in life and business. And obviously, if you're able to change your habits, especially your money mindset, you'll be able to work towards becoming better at your finances. Because as I say every week, it's all about aligning or adjusting your money mindset, so you'll be able to want to do a budget, to be consistent with doing a budget, and also just staying consistent with your goals and all that stuff. So I'm going to start with the books first, and then we're going to discuss about this. So here's one book that I've been reading, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Money, Master the Game. Whoa. You see how mashed up the book look? Because I've been reading this, and I wish I could say I'm a person that takes notes, but I don't take notes. But I definitely want to read this again and jot down things and just make sure like I'm revamping or remembering my goals as well. So Tony Robbins has this amazing book, and he gives some gems, He gives some gems. I totally want to in like vamp my way of talking to people and showing them things to do, so they'd be able to think of what they want to be in the future. One of the parts that I love, I hope I can find it because I don't do bookmarks or anything. Oh, I like that part. Nope, can't find it right now. But it's ideally he talks about how much money do you need to be able not to work at all. So once you're able to find that number, you'll be able to work backwards to win on that. Not exact words, but you know what I mean. Actually, let me rephrase that. If I know I need $1 million, so I won't have to work at all I have to do is divide $1 million. Let's example, $1 million in 12 months, right? So let me see. $1 million. That's a lot. So $1 million in 12 months. So I would need approximately $83,000 each month to be able to be a millionaire. So then you would want to calculate. So my crazy self, I would calculate, okay, $83,000 a month. So that means every week I would need approximately $20,000 each week. And then you'd have to work to see how would you be able to do that, right? So that is a extreme number to think, but if you think about it, $1 million is not a lot anymore. But we will get back to that. And then here's a book that I've recently bought, and I can't wait to read it because I have another book of hers, and it was really amazing. Get Good with Money, right? From Tiffany, the Budgetnista. So shout out to her. I'm really looking forward to this book because it's just basically 10 simple steps to becoming financially whole. And I think it's not that I need this because I am struggling. I just need a refresher or need to remind myself that I still have many steps to take to become a millionaire as I would love and I will be able to get to. So just because you see me showing these books or reading these books or want to reread these books, it doesn't mean that I'm not at a good position, but I could do better, right? So ideally, what I'm trying to show is in order to get to those positions where you want to be, you have to think like a millionaire, do steps that work like a millionaire, and just keep repeating them. I think one thing that happened, what Andre and I were speaking about, is you don't have to make new rules. You can actually do the same rules as before and just follow what millionaires and successful people are doing. So that's why, I have to big up my mentor every so often, because I like to follow his way and learn different things. So let's see. Now that you guys know the books, ladies and gentlemen, know the books, I will actually put them in the details as well, so you guys know. I'll discuss about what's like financial freedom, because I think one thing that happens is some folks don't understand what financial freedom is, and they're like, okay, so what's financial freedom? So with the definition, because I like to be, I like to give you guys a stat and all that things, and just to make it plain and simple, basically, even though financial freedom can be different for other people, it's just basically knowing that you have enough savings, investments, cash on hand to live however you would love to be, or however you would like your life to be. And man, let's go down memory lane. I wish I had that thing. So if I was to be a millionaire, or when I become a millionaire, there's a couple things I would know I'm a millionaire, because I have enough time to be around my family, friends, loved ones, and whatnot. I would have enough time to do anything I want. But the joke is, even when I become a millionaire, I would still want to keep busy in a sense, but not too busy. Like, I would just still love teaching folks. I just guess I shouldn't be teaching. No, that was a lie. The way I'm educating people right now, probably isn't in a way where actually it's not a way where people actually realize their potential, or they don't take it serious, if that makes sense. So once I'm a millionaire and they see the steps I've taken and I show them the steps that I've taken, then hopefully they would follow suit. That is my way of thinking, right? So when I become a millionaire, so it's about family, friends, and loved ones, giving back more. Even though I am still giving right now, I would just be able to do more, I guess. I would I'd be flying out, done know. If you know me, you know that I'd be flying out, hands down. And you know what's the joke? I'd be still doing work and flying out, but I would also want to become, instead of just being Canada-wide, I'd want to be worldwide. And I would just find ways that I would be able to speak to people globally, and how to inspire them and educate them about that too. So bear with me. Also, what else would I would do? I would volunteer a lot, that's for sure. But I'd still fly out. I would have a chef. I would have a chef and then have them have a show or something. I just want to be like the next Oprah. That's what I would be doing if I was a millionaire. But I'm talking trash. I'm just joking. Like, no, I do want a chef. However, financial freedom. So, nope, I'll go based on this. So, how to become financially free? And I will say this all the time, you have to have a budget, okay? If you don't have a budget, you will never know how your money is going. And yes, I know people are like, but I just have it in my mind, Kamille. Nah, you have to like actually see it somewhere where you actually know, okay, this money is going towards like mortgage, rent. This money is going towards retirement, myself, education, so I can grow on myself, and just other aspects of life. And just, this is other expenses, whether they're fixed or variable. You really need to have a budget. It's actually crucial. So 2022, I want people to say, yo, Kamille, I have a budget. And if you need help with a budget, book, schedule a meeting with me, a consultation, where we can sit down and have a discussion about your spending habits. And that's why this book is so important, The Power of Habit, because you actually realize the habits that you have and whether it's working towards your budget, right? Another step is automating your payments. Yeah, I would automate. I've been trying to automate expenses so I don't really have to be like, oh shoot, which day is it due? Even though I have a calendar on the things that are scheduled to be paid. So big up Gmail. And also Mint. Mint is actually a lovely app as well. Also, what else? Another way to become financial free is enlist the help of a professional. This is very important because me doing my profession as a CFP, I've learned that there's so much for me to learn, and I'm not going to know everything, right? So there's gonna be times when, as much as people think they don't need help with their finances, like, no one needs to help me with my finances. You do need help because you don't know what you don't know, right? There's going to be accountants, there's going to be financial advisors, there's going to be financial planners, kind of the same. There's going to be lawyers that know techniques or different things that you don't know. So you're going to want to have those people on near you, because ideally you're going to want a team, right? So a professional is very ideal. Even, okay, so say if you start a business, you know you're going to have a list of professionals as well. So you want to think about that with your personal life. You especially need someone that can educate you about things you don't know, because you don't know what you don't know. Simple as that, right? Complete regular financial checkups. So you're gonna want to have some goals that you're gonna set. What's that word that Andre used? I can't remember it right now. And I loved the word. I just can't remember right now at this very moment. I wish I could remember. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna find it. Ooh, ideate? A a deviation? Ideation. Sorry, yes, ideation. So you want to, instead of not knowing how you're going to do your goals, you're gonna want to ideate your plans, your goals accordingly to plan. So you're gonna have to write things down. You don't have a journal, it's not gonna work. And I have a 5-year plan. I'm gonna make a 10-year plan, 20, 30, because I'm going to reach there. And right now, this weekend, actually, I'm going to be doing my year plan with trading, because let me tell you this, folks. The first 2 weeks of this year in the stock market crushed me. However, I have to take my emotions out and reevaluate my goals, because I did have a goal from, let's say November, on how I want my trading to be. I didn't go according to plan. So I now have to reevaluate that and see what's going on. Also, you'd want to have a yearly financial plan checkup as well. You'd want to double check how your funds are going. You see how you have that budget at the beginning? You're not only looking at the budget, but you want to make sure that everything is being allocated in the right way. You also want to check like your credit scores. You could do that for free each year, or unless you want to use like Credit Karma, or what's the other one? What's the other one? But I don't remember Credit Karma right now. That's okay. So these are the type of things that you'd want to do to achieve your financial freedom, because you want your money mindset to be very healthy. And there's going to be times you're going to be discouraged. So when you do accomplish something, reward yourself. That's why you have that pay yourself fund. So you're able to reward yourself when you've achieved a goal, whether it's paying off your debt, whether it's getting a new job, or getting another income stream. You want to, not even reward yourself, but you'd want to be proud of your accomplishments. Gosh, like be proud of your accomplishments, because you are your own cheerleader at times, right? And I also wanted to discuss about how money impacts the quality of life. So the reason why I want you to think about what are you doing to become a millionaire? That's the question. Is you want to think how your money is going to impact the quality of your life. So I know, you see how I said I'll be flying out, because the quality of my life and keeping me sane is by traveling. Now you can see, I haven't traveled in a minute. However, I haven't traveled to places that I would love to travel because of restrictions. And I'm figuring out ways to be able to do that. Or I would love to travel and still be able to work remotely. So those are also things that I am wanting to do in the future, because I've done it once, and it was amazing. It was pretty cool. But if I'm able to actually if I'm able to actually like either invest or do a webinar on the beach, yo, no one can talk to me. So that's my way of how money will be able to impact my quality of life, because um, that is something that is a high priority on my life scale. So I'd be very happy. But there's also, I'd be able to volunteer and help others and donate and stuff. So that's another quality of life that I would love to see flourish, and even start another business with honoring my mom. That's the next thing that my money would help impact my quality of life. So there could be things that your money would be doing to help you with your quality of life. And let's talk about healthy ones. So that is your health, because we all know health is wealth at the same time. You'd be able to get like a personal trainer, or you'll be able to get a nice gym to be able to work out, or you'd be able to get a membership that you can afford, that you'd be able to keep active and staying fit, or even joining a team or a league when those times come again. So you'd be able to enjoy the quality of your life. You'd be able to spend more time with your family, because when it comes with financial freedom, you kind of have more time. And you also want to think about that. If you Once you become financially free, you'll also realize that you get more time with the things that you want to do. And that's the key thing about financial freedom. So seeing your family more, or having them come with you, or having them on your team, so you'd be able to all build up. Like, one of my things is to be able to, I guess this is something I'm doing at the time being, is bringing everyone up with me even before I get to like that other stage of life. But it's I don't see why this shouldn't be a bad thing. But I also have to learn to fill my own cup as well. So have the team, or have people, loved ones and stuff, build with me, so we are able to be awesome, right? Another quality of life. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another one. So there's things that you love, your health, your family, also getting out of poverty, basically. I think being able to get out of that rat race, or living paycheck to paycheck. The moment you are able to get out of paycheck to paycheck, you'll see how much happier you are. I remember there's a saying, money don't buy you happiness. That's a lie. I think that's a lie. But you definitely will be able to value. You'll be able to get the finer things in life. That is living within your means. Because also when people's income increase, their lifestyle increases. And there's a name, lifestyle increase. I'm going to say it's more money, more problems, and hopefully it doesn't become like that, or you're still able to remember that you want to live within your means. But I know we also talk about using leverage as well. But remember to live within your means, basically. So let's see. I would love to hear people's dreams of what they would do when they become a millionaire. So please, folks, please, you know, when you're watching this or you're listening to this, feel free to email me, DM me, whatever. Just tell me how you feel about what you would do if you were to, when you become a millionaire. And also, most millionaires are self-made, surprisingly. And they normally, there's 3 ways to becoming a millionaire in my eyes. Not in my eyes. That's a known fact, like statistics say, is through real estate, business, and the stock market. And if you remember when we spoke about the 7 streams of income, it's earned income, royalty, rental income, dividends, capital gains, business income. I think I have I'm missing one. Oh, am I missing one? I am missing one. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Business income, interest. Okay, I always forget that one. So earned income, profit income, which is profit income, interest income, dividends income, rental income, capital gains, and royalty income. So these are the 7 streams that you would need to be able to become a millionaire. So you see how Andre has all 7? Soon time, he'll be a million. Actually, I think, nope, not even talk about it. But don't go begging people for money because he's a millionaire, huh? What you need to do is learn from him and try to change your money mindset and all that stuff. So that's why this year, I would love to hear more people's accomplishments. If you want to have an accountability group, so there's 2 ways of having an accountability group. Andre has one. If you do his investing class, you'll be able to join his accountability group afterwards. And then I have an accountability group too, which is spotting your goals. And ever so often, I, update the group on things that they can do. And I think the last thing that we talked about, the last thing I saw was we discussed about option trading. So if you are interested in joining, by all means, message me and I'll be able to join. You'll be able to join. And let's see, is that all, folks? So I talked about the definition of financial freedom. So you really want to work towards having an emergency fund for a rainy day, and also for 3 to 6 months of your basic expenses, retirement. When all that is set in play and you don't have like any debt or anything, that's when financial freedom comes into play. Also, when you have the 7 streams of income, your cash flow is constantly flowing. That's when you'll understand financial freedom as well. Because, example, if there's any time you get sick and you're not able to physically work, you still have other streams of income that's bringing cash into your pockets. So that's something you want to work on. And also the books. I have wonderful books that I've read, and even, and a lot of people say, Kamille, I don't like reading. So listen to audiobooks. I try to listen to 1 audiobook a day, But as of late, I've been mixing. It's like songs. I just start listening to different audiobooks. So one goal, one audiobook a week. And it has to be something that you can learn something, or it's like personal development, because you'll realize that those are the things that will help you get into that mindset that you want to be successful and all that stuff. And what else? And how money impacts the quality of your life. You really want to focus on, especially right now, if you feel like your life is stressful, what are you doing that is causing that, and what can you do to change that? And once again, if you want to talk to me, you're able to, actually, I'm gonna put my link in the bio, so you'll be able to contact me so you can have like a real discussion, because I think things that are happening is that you probably don't have a budget, so you don't have goals. You may not have goals that are written down for you to be able to figure out what's the next step in life. You most likely don't have a budget, so you'll be able to see where your money is going, so you're able to work towards that. And you also don't have an accountability accountability group, or you don't have self-discipline. I'll say self-discipline to be accountable to the things that you need. So start reading, start writing down your goals, and ask someone for help. Ask a professional for help, because you ain't gonna get through. You can do it by yourself and be in the same rut next year, or you can ask someone for help and be able to get out of what situation you're in, so you can become a millionaire. Don't you want to be a millionaire in like 2 to 5, let's say 10 years? Okay, I'm just saying. So basically, folks, I just want to remind you, stay positive, eat good, and just be kind to everyone, and just say hello to someone that you haven't said hello to in a minute. They probably really appreciate you contacting them. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode, please. And next week is going to be good. I actually have someone coming on, so they'll be able to share their story. And whoever wants to share their story about their personal financial journey, please contact me as well. Okay? So on that note, I am out. It was another great one. Until next time, folks.
Anyway, God of fame music. Flip, flaps, on the literacy box. Flip, flaps, on the literacy box. Flip, flaps, on the literacy box. Flip, flaps. We a job. Flip and flaps, on the literacy box. Fitness in all blood because the work in the class. Flaps, on the literacy box. Yeah, I'm talking on the piano. Flaps, on the literacy box. Fitness in all blood because the work in the class.